Provision is in the next place. I remember when I was staying in my condo, I had a dream that my condo burnt down, and the only things that were preserved was the things that I needed in order to go to the next place. Now, in this dream, the Lord dropped in my spirit. It was a minor setback for a major comeback. And I didn't understand it then, but I definitely understand it now. Because months after that, the Lord took me into a sequence of scripture when I was doing a marital fast. And so in that, I read Luke chapter 1, where it was talking about how Elizabeth hid herself for 5 months. And it was in the 6th month where she was visited by Mary, and when her baby leaped. And so in that, the Lord started dealing with me with the timeline that I was in this relationship, and how I was in the relationship for 5 years, and I was going through a divorce going into my 6th year. And so it was at that moment where the Lord was like, I was setting you up for something. But like I said, I didn't know what it was then, but I know what it is now. And so I started to count. And from the time I entered into that relationship all the way up until the time we got a divorce, it was 5 years and 5 months. And so from the time I actually got the divorce until September of 2024, it was 5 years and 5 months. And then in October, that is when I abruptly had to leave my home due to black mold. And when I started looking for an apartment, prior to me looking for an apartment, the Lord was like, provision is in the next place. I'm like, Lord, I can barely afford the $600 rent that I am paying now. You want me to move? And I moved, and I began to pay rent. That was 3 times more. So my rent went from $600 a month to about $1,800 a month. And the Lord kept saying, provision is in the next place. Provision is in the next place. So I was able to finish out, that year, finish out the school year with the salary that I was making at the time. And it got me through. But then that district decided not to bring me back. And I'm just crying out, begging, pleading with God. And I'm just like, Lord, what is going to happen? So he had me to start reaching out to other districts to begin applying for jobs. And so that's what I did. And I was able to start working with a new district. Not only that, working in a new district, I made double digits more than what I was making when I was working for the previous district. And so it was then when the Lord was like, provision was in the next place. And I just want to let you know that no matter what you are currently going through, when God gives you a word, you can hold on to that word. You can take that word to the bank and cash it, because the Lord is going to make way on his word. He will never give you a word. A word will never leave his mouth that will return void to him. His word literally has to do and perform the very thing that is coming out of his mouth. So when God tells you that provision is in the next place, believe him, trust him, put all of your faith in him, because he is going to provide, he is going to show up, and he is going to take care of you. Why? Because he is a good God. Provision was in the next place.